Scott, who's here and presented to the clinic about a month ago with complaints of chronic sinusitis and seasonal allergies, and we have placed Scott on a detoxification program. So Scott, you're back here today after your detoxification program that took a month. I'd like to just get a sense of your experience with that. How did you find the overall program?
The program actually I found relatively simple in terms of the compliance around it, so what I was required to do. Certainly using the powder formulation was easy and simple, and I didn't have any adverse reactions to it.
Wonderful. And how did you find the overall progress with respect to your symptoms with having done the detoxification program? So we can talk a little bit about your sleep and your mood and your energy level, your level of concentration maybe.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think just as you described it to me, everything that was supposed to happen happened. So besides the nutritional piece of it, so there were items in my diet that I had to restrict.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was able to do that, really I found that the detoxification really kicked in, and it was very gentle. So definitely there was for me, a change in mood, so
Mm-hmm.
stabilization from maybe mood swings to feeling a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
The energy level definitely kicked in, and I found I had more energy in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
as well as greater energy during the day without those lulls that I would normally have around 2 or 3 o'clock,
Okay.
which for me is a great time to crave sugar,
Mm-hmm.
things like caffeinated beverages,
Okay.
that piece of cake.
Sure. What was the hardest part of this program for you, and how did you overcome that?
The hardest part, and definitely the most daunting part when I looked at what the food restrictions would be, I think, like all of us, there were so many things on there that would be a normal part of my day and that I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And so that, though, I realized would be critical to getting results at the end of this process.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, really strict about that. And
Okay.
worked really hard to make sure that I had food in my house that wouldn't contravene what had to be done, and to make sure that those articles, and one specifically was orange juice,
Mm-hmm.
something I really liked, but I was able to keep that out of my diet and make sure that the results of the detox really worked for me.
Wonderful. Do you have any advice for potential patients who are thinking about going through this detoxification program?
Absolutely. I've done before several different kinds of cleanses and detoxifications. I think people should really determine what works best for them.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I can say this is certainly the best one that I've done, and certainly to have to feel confident that you have access to a healthcare professional as well while you're going through it,
Mm-hmm.
really makes it feel very collaborative.
Okay.
And makes it feel less lonely.
Right.
And so it makes the whole notion of trying to do this over 28 or 30 days less daunting.
Sure.
And so I think I would highly recommend this to others who want to do detoxification or are recovering from some challenges,
Okay.
digestive challenges, or just looking to have greater energy and overall well-being.
Wonderful. And last question, Scott. I think you said that you have decided to maintain on the dietary modifications. Is that correct?
I have actually, just because it's working so well
Mm-hmm.
with my energy level,
Mm-hmm.
for improving sleep patterns, etc. That I think it's something I'm confident it's something I want to continue moving forward. It's working really well for me.
Okay. And also, you had mentioned that you had gone through some stressors over the last month while you were doing the detoxification program. How did you manage to maintain compliance with that?
Yeah, just this year presented a lot of challenges in my personal life and in my professional life, which were really not normal. And being dedicated to the cleanse, to the dietary restrictions, I had to really refocus a lot to make sure that I did this. But the result and the outcome was just so positive, and was able to, I think, actually help me maintain a better level of coping skills
Mm-hmm.
during this very stressful period.
Wonderful. And lastly, do I have your permission to share this with patients and doctors and students everywhere?
Sure, please do.
Wonderful. Thank you, Scott.
Okay.